back. We've got our pizzas all done. We've got our pepperoni, we've got our Hawaiian. Just for the sake of my wife being on a very short break, she's hungry. She's actually threatened me with an axe if I don't get something in her stomach soon. So I'm going to have to cut the video here. So this is our pizza. Amy's going to come out and she's going to show you her skills in cutting pizza.
I am.
Get to it, Miss Axel.
Let's see it, Amy.
And she may need to actually take a knife or something. Sometimes it's easier with homemade pizza.
Hey, these are thick and they look so good. So good. Look at the pineapple on that for you.
So please hit the like button, subscribe, and share. I'd love to tell you that there's going to be pizza left in 10 minutes to look at, but
no.
Amy's probably going to eat one on her own, so.
I think we all are.
But
it'll be enough for everybody, that's one thing guaranteed.
this is our weekly little treat I decided to make. Caden's coming over to visit his dad for the weekend, so, and Lucas is here. We're having an all guys night. We can consider Amy a guy for a couple hours.
No!
You're one of the guys for a couple hours to deal with it. Totally female, totally. No. So anyways, thanks for taking the view coming here. This is going to be amazing pizza. We're all looking forward to it. Kate and Lucas are just ready to kill me because they're hungry. And Amy, just don't piss a Dutch woman off with food because they'll kill you. They really will. So anyways, from the famous words of Dutchie, gone in 60 seconds. If you let her finish the whole pizza,
look at my skills.
If you let her, in 60 seconds we'll be going.
Cut up perfectly.
So,
oh yeah.
Until next time, enjoy, drop a comment, let me know what you think, leave the hate speech out, and have a great day. Welcome to Poul's Kitchen. This is Chef Poul. Today we're going to be making some homemade pizza. I'm going to be making some homemade pepperoni pizza, some homemade Hawaiian pizza, and homemade veggie pizza. So we got a special reason for doing this today. We're going to come in here for a second, and we've got Chef Lucas and Chef Keaton, who specifically asked for pizza this weekend. So they're going to help me cook by playing video games and just chilling out. And so we're going to get started. So my cameraman Kyle's going to remember where things are so it doesn't flip over.
Yep. Haven't been here too much, so I forget where things are.
So we're going to work on the spaghetti sauce first. The pizza sauce. It's basically a marinara. So I've already got some tomato sauce in here. It's the same thing as this. I'm using crushed tomatoes. And rather than going out and using real tomatoes, these ones are already done. They're healthier and they're better for you. What you're also going to do, it's better than buying pizza sauce. You get a lot more out of it. So you're going to pour that right in here. And what you're going to do is just going to let it heat up. And you're just going to keep an eye on it. You're going to take a big old spoon, and what you're going to do is you're just going to keep stirring it around. And when she starts bubbling, it's done. You're going to take it off and you're going to let it cool. So let's add some spices. I'm going to use some parsley. You want to have some spice in this because if you don't, it's just bland and it's terrible. So now we're going to use some pepper. Everybody loves pepper. Then we're going to put some oregano. Don't need a whole lot.
Nothing else.
Then we're going to have some red crushed pepper, just to give it a little spice, not making it hot or anything. It's a pizza, not Chinese or Indian food. It's a pizza. So we're just going to dump some of this in here. We're going to use some onion salt.
Onions. Onions, hi.
Onions, and boys, one of the most important things you guys need to learn about cooking is onions and garlic are the most important part of your meal. They will keep you healthy.
So true.
And we've got some ground ginger. Now, another reason why you want crushed tomatoes instead of going out and buying your own sauce, if you're diabetic, A lot of stuff has a lot of sodium, it has a lot of sugar in it. Kids like to have stuff with sugar in it because it tastes sweeter to them. It's not the best thing for them, but they do advertise that. So I'm also going to put a spray of olive oil in here as well.
Olive oil. That's obviously good.
Yep. And that's how you make your marinara sauce. So we're going to put a little bit in there, and all you're going to do is you're just going to stir this in here really good. When she starts to bubble quite a bit, then you're done. You're going to take it right off. So I'm not going to recommend you go deal with anything else until this is done. It's a step-by-step process, so you need to make sure you're paying attention to this. If you don't, it's going to start bubbling and your wife's going to have a huge mess to clean up. Not that we care about that. We like our wives cleaning. And you can tell Amy I said this. Again, I'm Chef Poul, and hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And you know for a fact that I love to do things, and I'll say anything. And this is Chef Stanley over here being a little brat. He loves it when the kids are here because then he has somebody to play with.
And he will not leave us alone. We need to give him attention.
Yeah, we need to give him attention. Oh, when he hears me upstairs, then he will cry.
He does. He loves these boys. He really does.
He does.
So for now, we're gonna let this cook out. When we're done, we're gonna see what I mean. See, we just gave Amy some work.
Stay tuned.
Dishes.
And the soap. So when this is done, we're gonna start working on getting the pizza dough on the pizza pans. So this is not a long process. Believe it or not, making pizza is not that long. You might spend, I don't know, $1, maybe $2 for a can of this. You should already have spices at home. This is way more than you need. So you just want to make it nice and thick, give it lots of attention. And actually, I'm not even going to have time. So what we're going to do, this is almost done. My oven's really hot now. Everybody's oven's different. So yours might take a little bit longer, might not. It's something that doesn't really need to be cooked per cook. It's nothing in here that's going to make you sick if it's not fully cooked. It's going to cook in the oven anyways. All we need to do is just make sure the spices and everything is in. So she's mostly done now, so I'm going to take her right off the heat onto another part here. And we're just going to leave it sit. So we're going to come over here. And this is a part that can be really annoying. We need to put a little bit of oil on here.
On the pans. Yep.
Because otherwise, if you don't, your pizza's going to stick to this. And it's going to be a really big pain to get this out so that you can actually eat your pizza. You got to be careful not to have a whole lot. Because believe me, we're probably going to end up cleaning a lot of that off anyways. But you have to be careful with it, because A, you don't want to burn stuff in your actual oven either.
That is right.
Hello, Chef Stanley. You should get Chef Stanley a little chef hat.
If he would wear it, I would. He likes to be very involved in our videos.
Wait, have you made the whole bunch of videos?
I have. I have a great. Okay, so I'm going to get you to move a little bit. Lilith is not so much.
Cameron, can I say hi? Hello.
Lilith is not, and she's my 6-year-old ragdoll cat. She can be sociable, but she's not super happy.
Yeah.
She doesn't like her picture taken.
She's hiding right now.
Yes, she is.
She's a little sick.
Not feeling the greatest, but she is 16 years old, so it is what it is. So we're going to take this, put your hand over here, because otherwise if a little boy walks under this, someone's going to have a little bit of oil in their hair.
I never noticed this dragon thing.
Yeah, it's my hand.
Dragon game.
So, now comes the hard work.
Cameron.
Alright, get ready guys. Hey, this is where you guys come in.
Well, not quite.
No, I know, but...
So, what you're going to do, and I've got way too much stuff, guys.
Chris, if you make the best pizza ever, then it's gonna be so amazing.
I make pretty good pizza.
You know if Chris makes it, it's gonna be the best pizza ever. Look at the camera.
Look at the camera.
Chef
It's
Poul-
gonna be the best pizza ever.
Chef Poul
Yeah.
is very good at what he cooks.
Oh yeah.
World
So we're
famous chef.
gonna dip a little bit of flour into our hands. And this is probably the most uncomfortable part about making any pizza. And it is a pain. You can buy your dough already made. It is a little bit more expensive, but I find it's a little drier. It's not as good. I don't mind trading a little bit of hard work.
Did you know people are watching this right now?
Well, I haven't uploaded it to the internet yet, but
So they're not
they will
watching it yet.
They will be watching it.
Yep.
Well, did you know if people can watch us watching it, then when you put it onto the internet, can we watch us
Yeah.
doing
Of
it?
course we can.
I will show your mother. You know what? I want your mother to see this. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start spreading this around right here.
Oh, I will be watching Kaden.
Caden, keep that off for a bit.
He's fine.
So,
I
cameraman.
invited Kyle's son over because he wanted some
Cameraman.
pizza and he just wanted some time with the cats and
Yep.
wanted a little bit of time with us. And
Cameraman, can you show us
I'm showing Stanley.
the scenery?
so
One of the
we're
best
just
cats ever.
Yep. And what are you doing, Stanley? Let me see
And you're gonna take your
something
hands and you're just
future.
gonna beat them a little bit. And believe me, this can be a very painful process. It's a very messy one if you were to take your table and do it. If you have a huge thing of parchment paper, that works too. I suggest having a thing of flour on there because honestly, if you don't, this can be extremely sticky. You can make your own. You can make your own too. It's not hard to do. I find with all the ingredients and time factor that it takes to do it, I find this is a little bit better. This comes out of the deli section of the grocery store, not out of a box. So this is the exact same thing as what you're going to get if you were to make it yourself. Except you don't have to waste your time with the proofing or anything like that. So if you can get your hands on something like that, hey, I recommend it very, very heavily. It takes a little bit of time to roll it, but it saves you a lot of time. It saves a little bit of time from actually having to let it sit and getting your hands all messy for everything else. And as I know my hands probably do look messy right now, but
It's worth it in the end.
it's really worth it in the end.
Yeah.
So Lucas, what's the most important part that you have to do before you start cooking?
I don't know.
First thing you do, wash your hands. Right?
Always.
Always.
Always. Oh, sorry, Stanley.
Stanley is a little high nature. He's a little hyper. He's not used to having this many people around, and he really likes having people around.
He's excited.
He's very excited. He's only a kitten per se. He's only a couple years old
How come he looks thick?
because he eats too much.
How come he looks thick? Is that what you said?
Now how come he looks big?
No.
He's not a kitten per se. Like, he's only 2 years old. So he's an adult, but he's a young adult.
Do I go and wash my hands?
Yeah, you can wash your hands.
Wash it if you want.
I don't know. How can you put the whole entire bag on so you have to waste the bag?
Because it's easier to get it out.
What?
In 10 years, Stanley is 8 years old.
Yep.
Would like to
Just a
have
young one.
More and more and more all over again to get some more pizza.
Oh, believe me, we do this all the time.
That one's Caden's and that one over is mine.
What? One pizza's not one person's. We're all sharing. We're all sharing whatever pieces, taking pieces from what we want.
Yeah. What are you doing, cameraman?
Yes. So.
You can see me on playing last semester.
So, for now, Kyle's gonna turn the camera off, and when I come back, we're gonna get ready to assemble things and start cooking. Making pizza is not a hard job, it's not a long job. There's a little bit of prep work to it, but it's worth it, trust me. You can make several pizzas for the same price that you actually go out and buy them. And rather than you go out and buy them, you can put whatever you want on it. You want to put a little bit of extra, I don't know, extra tomato on it? Knock yourself out. You go to the pizza shop and do it, you're going to pay a couple dollars extra.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? This is a way better proposition. So, Kyle's gonna stop this for now, and we'll be back in a couple minutes when we're ready to put everything on.
Alright, see you guys.
And we're back. So, all the pizza's pretty much, the dough is all ready. So what we're gonna do is, and this is gonna be a little bit tricky, but we're gonna take a big whopping thing of pizza sauce. Now here's the thing, with making homemade pizza, everybody thinks that they need to put a whole lot of sauce on. You don't. The more sauce you put on, the worse your pizza's going to be, because it becomes greasy. Your pizza's not made for that. It's just not the best way to do it. Now see how I've left a little bit of space between the crust and this? You do not want sauce all the way around.
That sauce smells so good.
You want to make sure that you have enough sauce over everything. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this back, and I'm going to apply sauce to all the pizzas before we begin dressing them. Again, nice hefty. And when you go to fill this, you want to make sure that you have enough toppings, but you don't want it over full. If you have it over full, it's not going to cook properly. It's going to be a pain to cut. It's just not going to be as good as what you'd really want it to be. Everybody's going to make their pizza different, and Lord knows when you go to watch the video and you make yours, you're probably going to do it a little different than mine. I'm not going to entertain an argument with you about whether pineapple belongs on the pizza or not. Some of us like it, some of us don't. To each your own. If you're Amy likes having liver on hers. That's Amy. Yeah, I know it's not popular.
Well, hey, teach their own, like you said.
Teach your own. She is Dutch, so I mean, it's kind of, Dutch are a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if she had in her family, but she can enjoy her liver pizza all she wants.
Oh God. Oh. That'd be good though. I bet it would be good.
Kyle, can you please take me upstairs to have a pee?
You can go to the bathroom there, buddy.
Right there, buddy. Over there. Bathroom.
I don't like using the bathroom.
Can you give me like 5 minutes, buddy?
Look at those pizzas. How good do they look?
Alright, so first...
And that sauce smells amazing, Chris. Amazing.
Thank you. So we're going to make a pepperoni pizza first. It's really not the most complex in the world. It's pretty simple. We're just going to start putting pepperoni on it, and we're just going to throw this in the oven. I've got the oven preheated at 400 degrees. And then when this is done, Lucas needs to run upstairs quickly, and then we're going to start the next pizza, and we're just going to start throwing them in. Pizzas generally can take 20-25 minutes to cook, depending on your oven. Some ovens aren't necessarily the greatest, and then some of them are pretty slow.
You okay to go up by yourself? Go on up if you want.
Will you be standing right there?
I'll be standing right here.
Okay.
25 minutes, you say?
Yeah, 20-25 minutes.
Yeah.
Now on this I'm using a good turkey pepperoni. And if you made your own pepperoni, that's even better.
I tell you, even the smell of that pepperoni and the sauce coming off of that smells amazing.
And the oven's now telling me that it's done preheating. Lucas told me his favorite pizza is pepperoni, so this is why we're making pepperoni.
Yep, yep.
Now, some people are going to say, you know what, Poul, I want a whole lot more pepperoni on that. No, you don't.
No, that's a perfect layer.
Like, that is 100% perfect. There is not a single thing you need to do else to that. It's good.
Good? Okay.
Now, the next thing you need to do and pay attention to, you cannot, under any circumstances, put on too much cheese. It'll be so greasy, it will not be fit to eat. Now, we're using pizza mozzarella. Most times I use something like Gouda. I'm not a big fan of American cheese. The melting point is just not the same. And I'm not saying American cheese sucks. It really doesn't. I just don't prefer to cook with it. I prefer that for stuff like sandwiches, stuff like that. Anything American is good for that. Some people swear by it for pizza, but today we're going to try it. And you'll notice that we've got a nice layer of cheese on here. Now, you don't want it to go all the way to the edge because it's going to melt, you know what I mean? So you got to be careful of that. And before you put it in the oven, make sure that you clean the edges off because it's going to become very irritable if you don't. I think that looks good enough. Oh, wait a minute, just a little bit more here. Looks good enough?
Looks amazing. Amazing.
So, you know, looks like it's pretty cleaned off here. We're going to throw this in the oven here. And I'm going to put a timer on 25 minutes. Now, just because I say it's going to take 25 minutes, I could be full of crap. That could take a lot less. So, pay attention to it, make sure you're watching it. Yes, Lucas?
Is Stanley allowed to call the cow?
Stanley, thank you for letting me know. You behave, young man. Lucas is babysitting you, so you better listen to Lucas.
Alright, next pizza.
So this pizza is going to be Hawaiian pizza. My favorite type of pizza. So what I've done, most people will use ham slices, Black Forest ham. You know what? That's great. They taste good. It is good. This is actual pork steak, barbecued earlier today. And we're just going to now, as in anything, you should always let things cool down before you start, putting it out. If you want to use the traditional chopped up Black Forest ham, go ahead. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually really good. I'm not going to complain at all. It will be really, really good. However, with that being said, we want to try something new. It's been barbecued. It's got a nice sauce to it. And this should be really, really good.
So you made that earlier today, did you?
We did.
Oof.
And I say barbecue, it's more of an indoor grill kind of deal. We live in an apartment, we don't have a deck, so...
It's still the same thing.
But it is the same thing.
Yes, it is.
just doesn't smoke the building out or
Yeah.
make people think we're killing somebody here.
I'm pretty sure so far that one right there is my favorite. I think that's the one I'm going to take.
So, and I'm just trying to find where I have everything. Here we go. I like having a little bit of onions on it. And these are sweet onions. And they've been chopped up.
Hey, Chris.
Yes. Don't finish this part, then he'll give you to him.
He'll share. That's fine, Caden. You gotta share.
So we don't need to overload the pizza with onion. because believe me, someone's going to complain. Maybe not you, maybe not me,
It's not gonna be me.
but someone's going to complain. Maybe the big Dutch woman in the other room. Probably.
She doesn't like onions?
She does, but there is a limit.
Yeah.
Now for my favorite part.
Oh, the pineapple.
This is actually not from a canned pineapple like most people will tell you to use. This is actually a fresh pineapple.
Oof.
You have to cut her up and slice her up, and it's great. You're not going to use a whole pineapple on this. You're just not.
Look at that pizza. Look at the pineapple pizza.
Ooh, it's
Kaden,
beautiful.
look at that.
A lot of pineapples though.
Let me
Yep.
see it.
So I'm done with the pineapple for now because, again, like I said, you can't put too much on or things are just not gonna work well. So now we're gonna, again, you need to put cheese on it, but you have to watch how much cheese you have.
My mum made pizza before and she put perfect cheese on it.
Stanley.
If you put too much cheese on it, it's going to be greasy and it will affect the taste. Remember, this isn't fresh cheese, it's going to be baked cheese. And you have to really, really watch what you're doing with it. Because I promise you, it's not going to go well for you if you don't. So, that one's done.
Yeah.
If you're really
That's-
talented and you're really good with things, you can probably get this out a little more. It's homemade pizza.
Hey, we're making it for the kids.
Yeah.
That's fine. That looks so
I'm gonna
good.
set this here for now.
So good. Kaden, you think that one looks good?
Yeah.
Alright, so next I'm going to make a veggie pizza. And just so you know, I am not a vegan under any circumstances. And this is peppers, sweet peppers, green peppers. I am under no circumstances am I a vegan. However, with that being said, I do enjoy a good vegetarian pizza every now and again.
In all honesty, it's very good. Especially with all that on it.
I'm going to put some celery on it.
Chris,
Yes.
I'm thirsty.
Alright, would you like some water?
Well, I don't really like tap water.
I don't have anything else, buddy.
We got stuff upstairs. I'll go get you some in a sec.
Yeah. We're gonna take a break after this.
Yeah. Once we get this one done.
So now we're gonna put a little bit of onion on here.
I'm gonna go and grab myself a bottle of water. I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
Alright, buddy. A little bit of onions. Now this one may not come out the greatest because I'm putting probably way too much on it, but it is what it is.
Never too much on that.
Well, when
Once
you
it's baked in the oven,
So this is celery, or not celery, yeah, broccoli and cauliflower. I'm not gonna put a whole lot of this on, just a little bit. We're gonna use that.
what's that?
That was celery. And this
No, what's
is
that one?
green onion.
Oh, yeah.
Green onion, if you have a garden and you have lots of this, and Amy likes cleaning up after me, so this is all good. This is something really cool. You just chop it up and you can put this on almost anything. It's amazing stuff.
What's left of it? What do you think I'm turning to you guys? This way.
Vegan pizza, by the way, guys, is really good. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not going to say that I endorse in any way somebody turn totally vegan. I have my beliefs on it, and I'm not going to insult somebody else. If that's what you choose, and that's what you choose, you know what? I respect it. It just isn't for me. But even if you're not a vegan, having a vegan pizza every now and again not gonna kill you. It's actually gonna taste really good. So I'm gonna set this here, and I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna clean up a bit. Put some heating trays out, because when the pizza's done, you're not gonna start eating it. You have to let it sit for a bit. You have no choice. It has to sit. If you don't, it's just going to be too hot. It ain't going to work right. Like a good cut of beef, it has to sit.
Yeah, it falls apart.
Yep.
Yep.
So we're going to let you go for now, and when we're done, we'll let you know. We'll be
Excited. We're excited. All right. Ready?